Everybody, welcome back to Brainflow TV. Now, I'm not the one for gossip, but Taraji P. Henson, we had covered her before as far as her 50th birthday celebration and all that stuff, and the beautiful woman that she is and the accomplished professional that she is as well. So it's only right that we follow up the story with the man that we talked about that was on her arm, who is no longer on her arm. So Taraji P. Henson has now confirmed that she is split from her fiance, Kelvin Hayden, 2 years after the engagement. Even US Magazine covered it. US Magazine said it's over. Taraji P. Henson confirmed that she and her fiance, Kelvin Hayden, have called it quits after their May 2018 engagement. So they got engaged in 2018, and by 2020, not even the end of 2020, that relationship is over. The Empire actress, who just turned 50, opened up about her relationship during the Monday, October 19th episode of The Breakfast Club. Y'all can go look it up on there and hear what she had to say. I'm going to say it again. She opened up about her relationship during the Monday, October 19th episode of The Breakfast Club. Go watch it. Hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Now, the former couple had sparked rumors of a split earlier this year when Hayden, who was 37 years old, was nowhere to be seen at Henson's 50th birthday bash in Mexico. And remember, she did it big. They pulled out the yacht. She was taking all these pictures in her little nice bathing suits. She had all the girls with her, to include Angie Martinez, to include, I believe, the legendary Mary J. Blige was there, and a host of other female friends. So it was more like a female party, and her man was nowhere in sight. A lot of us thought, it's probably just one of those things. She turning 50, she want to celebrate, get down with her girls. She'll be with her man sometime later on to continue her celebration. That's what we were led to believe, because they told us that she went off to a secret location after the yacht party, where they camped in tents, these luxury tents. And we thought, okay, her boo-boo must have been waiting for her there. Well, turns out he wasn't. I'm dedicated to the black man, y'all, is what she said. I just turned 50, and I hadn't said it yet, but it didn't work out. That's how she came out. She said on Monday, I tried. I was like, therapy. Let's do the therapy thing. But if you're both not on the same page with that, then you feel like you're taking it on yourself. And that's not a fair position for anybody to play in a relationship, is what she said. So apparently she wanted to put in all the work. She wanted to go to therapy. She thought that the relationship was worth saving, but he was not up for the shenanigans. He was like, I'm done. I don't want to do no therapy or anything like that. Let's just let it burn like Usher. Now, eventually, she realized that she and the NFL athlete had to work on making ourselves. This is what she said. She realized that she and him had to work on making ourselves happy, to make each other happy, instead of relying on the other person in the relationship for their own happiness. So you got to come to the relationship with your happiness. Okay, you can't come in here all miserable and you want to live and be happy off of my happiness. You got to be happy yourself. And I've always said this as well. You got to be happy with yourself first. No one can make you happy. People can enhance your happiness, and they can sometimes reduce your happiness. But if you get away from them, you can get back to being happy. But no one can make you happy. It's a conscious state of being. You have to choose to be happy, to know yourself, to be working on yourself, to get to a comfortable position in life where you are happy with you first. And then if you get someone who brings that to the table as well, then y'all got something in common, and you can now work on being happy together. Taraji says that relationship did not have that. My happiness is not his responsibility, she said. When one person is taking on the weight of the entire relationship, it's never gonna work. You have to still stand up for yourself and be there for yourself, but it's hard to do if the other person isn't doing that part either. What I get from that is she was the one that was willing to go the distance. Now, I'm going to talk the mess in a minute. Give me a second. Henson said that her and the NFL athlete announced their engagement in 2018, and they were set to actually tie the knot and get married in June of this year. 2 months before their wedding day, though, they revealed that they had postponed the big day as an extra safety precaution because coronavirus had just hit. So they didn't want to have a wedding with a bunch of people not wearing masks and all the protocols. More than 20 people cannot gather, so all that other stuff. So they canceled the wedding. She might have dodged a bullet, or he might have dodged a bullet, or maybe this was just an excuse. Because if people really want to get married, they just go to the justice of the peace and both of them get it done, and you could have the big shenanigans party later on. At that time, she had hoped that she would be able to exchange vows with Hayden by the end of this year, 2020. We have to see what this will be like at the other end. She told Extra in March. Our grandparents, my grandmother, is turning 96. His is turning 86. How do we get them to the wedding now, given the whole pandemic situation? So now we're concerned. So we're just trying to figure out the safest and the best way, is what she said. Well, it turns out there was to be no safest and best way for a wedding for them because what? It's just not happening. Now check it out. Let's let the cat out the bag. Let's shoot the elephant in the room. Taraji is 50 years old. You're talking about a NFL stud who, of course, he is no longer in the NFL, and I believe it was a knee injury or something that ended his NFL career, but he has maintained a successful life for himself. So this guy's used to being in the limelight. He's used to being in the upper echelons, and he has groupies out there everywhere he goes, and he also has women who have their shit together and would love to be with him as well. So my saying is, he has the pick of the litter. He could get a whole lot of other people. I'm not just trying to diminish or minimize Taraji's essence of who she is. I'm just saying that brother man is only 37. Taraji is 50. More than likely, if he is looking to have a family, a child of his own from his wife, and build a life together, I'm pretty sure that Taraji was not going to give him a child at 50 years old. So, although their age gap is not that big, in a grand scheme of things, it's two different places in life. A 30-something-year-old is not in the same mind frame looking at life as a 50-year-old is. End of story. So when I saw and when I found out that is who she was with, I already made the prediction, but I don't want to be the one to say, I told you so. So just like how everybody else keeps on saying, oh, these old men always going for young girls and then they get left and then she spends his money and blah, blah, blah. Let's apply that same thought process to this situation right here. It wasn't going to work out. And boop, there you have it. It did not work out. We still wish Taraji all the best. She's still one of our favorite actresses. And anywhere we see her face on any project, we are going to be tuning in because the girl is bad on screen. Okay? Sorry it didn't work out, Taraji. That's life. We take chances, and it don't work out sometimes. We get with people who are not on the same page as us. Maybe they're there for our fame. Maybe they're there for whatever lifestyle comes along with what we provide. That's just the way how it goes. Sometimes you can just be a notch on someone's belt just so they can say, hey, I'm going to leave it right there. It's Brainflow TV. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Did you think it was going to work? Did you think he was too young for her? Or are you looking at it as, hey, it didn't work, move on? I'm out. Peace.